I think the defense is powerful because it's a moment that I never had to do when I was a teenager, where students are expected and empowered to stand in front of a public audience and actually are forced to like share and reveal what they have learned in like really authentic ways.
You have to pass your presentation in order to graduate on stage with the rest of your class, and that's a big deal for everyone, you know?
Hello everyone, my name is Ivana Armenta. Welcome to my College Success Portfolio Defense.
I know that I have to have my argument, my metaphor, and the 3 artifacts that I'm going to be presenting.
And you actually have to understand what you're saying, and you have to understand what's going on, because you don't know what somebody's going to throw at you. So you have to really understand the book and understand your interviews and understand everything that's happening so that you can participate in the conversation.
The students get a lot of time to really study a topic, to discuss it with one another, to put in their own insight about that topic as opposed to reading it from a book, regurgitating information on a test, and then possibly forgetting.
I think one thing that we've struggled with Portfolio is that it tends to be this like arduous thing where teachers are like pulling kids along because the work is so complex and because it's scary and hard and difficult. I think that if we could figure out better how to have students really building their own capacity to both handle and not be scared off by the work that we're asking them to do, as well as be able to support one another, we wouldn't get this bottleneck of teachers having to like look at like what have the kids mastered? Oh, okay, we have to have them reflect. Oh wait, now I need to reteach this. Oh wait, they haven't gotten any feedback. It's 2 months later. They don't remember what they were learning. You know,
we too often see students waiting and waiting and waiting for feedback on their work, and teachers getting overwhelmed by the amount of work that they need to revise. So we really need a way for students to have timely feedback, either from each other or their teachers, and teachers and students to have quick and easy access to real-time data. I want Envision's Assessment for Learning project to unlock the intellectual agency of all of our students. When we start this middle school, our goal is to have every single student be ready for empowered and engaged learning when they enter high school.
Allow students to see their progress over time, to reflect on it, as well as to assess themselves using rubrics to predetermine where they think they're strong, then see what teachers say, track their progress over time, choose their areas where they need to work more, and that will help them really understand what they're being expected to do, what they need to still do, and where they have shown growth.
Like imagine if that students are doing one piece of an essay and then reflecting on that immediately, then they're building the skills so that they don't need to wait and wait and wait for a teacher, where they can actually give feedback to each other. Or they
because, for example, student A who is proficient in a certain area can help student B who might not be proficient, and they can work together to improve that artifact.
On there, it'd be a lot more manageable if it was all in one place, because you get peer edits and teacher edits, and it's all in one place, and your final draft is also there with the peer edits.
And it feels like the next step towards making this more student-owned is getting the teachers out of it and having kids interact with technology. That's what happens at higher learning levels in institutions anyway. It's like it offloads all of them. The teacher can then really think about, well, what kind of targeted questioning do I want to do in the class to elicit deeper learning? As opposed, like that's where we all want to be.
At Envision, we are so proud of the accomplishments of our students. We have been a really good school system, but we want to take Envision from good to great.